News and programming is sponsored by Desert View Hospital, providing emergency medical care around the clock at 360 South Lola Lane. Learn more at desertviewhospital.com. Physicians are not employees or agents of this hospital. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, the community plans a candlelight vigil.
No to Abuse offers 24-hour help to victims of domestic violence.
News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. And Eunette Gentry. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Members of the community have decided to honor a little one whose life was tragically cut short. It's July 18th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
3-year-old Yesenia Camp lost her life on Saturday, July 15th, police say at the hands of her mother's boyfriend, Cole Ingleson. Ingleson was arrested at the family home on Mans Road after he allegedly took the young girl's life. Yesenia died of multiple blunt force trauma, according to the Clark County coroner, and showed signs of being sexually assaulted by the 38-year-old very large man. The mother, Victoria Slitt, allegedly told police that Ingleson is an alcoholic and probably on meth when interviewed. Ingleson has admitted to police that he is responsible for the death of Yesenia and that he had been drinking all day when he was left alone with the child, according to the declaration of arrest. The other children in the home were with the mother at the time. They have since been taken from the home by Child Protective Services. Ingleson is not the father of Yesenia. News 46 has spoken several times to a representative from the father's side of the family who said that Yesenia's father is inconsolable and blames the mother for not protecting his daughter. The community is stepping forward to support each other in their grief over the loss of this young life by holding a candlelight vigil tomorrow night at Ian Dortch Memorial Park at 8 p.m.
Salli Kerr from No to Abuse spoke to News 46 today about services they offer to those who are in a relationship plagued by domestic violence.
No to Abuse is a domestic violence advocacy program. So what we do are people that are victims of domestic violence or sexual assault, we bring them in and provide them services, everything from emergency shelter to helping them get temporary restraining orders to some longer term transitional housing help and counseling, therapy, group sessions. We just have a gamut of services available to anybody who's been a victim of domestic violence.
Do they come here on their own or do they get referred by law enforcement?
So we get those both ways. We've been in the Valley for over 20 years now, so we certainly have people who know what No to Abuse is and who we are. So oftentimes they get referred by family or friends, but we also do work directly with law enforcement and with the district attorney's office to have referrals come in as well.
And Child Protective Services?
Typically CPS is involved because the witnessing of domestic violence is such a detriment to children that they will use their own scales for determining what to do with that family.
Because just witnessing domestic violence is a form of abuse, right?
That's correct. It is defined as a form of abuse, and we want to protect children from even the witnessing of domestic violence.
A lot of times, situations, families are leaving their homes just very quickly to get out of an abusive situation, and you kind of help these people relocate so that sometimes that they won't be contacted by their abuser.
Right. So. Again, one of the services we do a lot of is relocating people back to family or friends. So they might be in shelter here on an emergency basis, and we would arrange to send them back to, we'd send people clear across the country to wherever they have come from, that they have a support system that they can move back to. We help them with that.
What about the counseling that's needed when you're leaving an abusive situation? A lot of people have a hard time just stepping out of that situation.
Right. It's extremely hard to step away from that situation, and typically it's gone in some kind of cycle where you don't you don't just have a one incident and then you leave. That's not how that story typically goes. So we want our victims to be in counseling, so counselors can teach them the cycle of abuse and teach them how to begin to break that for themselves. And then we also find our peer support group to be really valuable to talk with other survivors. People feel very isolated and very alone, so when they can get into a group of other survivors and talk to them, it just gives them the feeling that they're not alone.
Yeah. You have a hotline that they can even call.
We do. We have a 24-hour hotline. They can dial our office number of 775-751-1118, and there's a prompt to get to an emergency advocate. They hit that number and it rings the emergency phone directly, 24 hours a day.
And the Board of County Commissioners spoke about our roads here in Nye County during today's meeting.
Right now we're focusing on catching up on a lot of maintenance, tree trimming, pothole repair. We've been doing some overlay work in the south end of the valley on intersections and portions of the road we're trying to keep from failing. And other than that, that's the basic overview.
Okay, commissioners?
Mr.
Butch,
Chairman.
go ahead.
Wade, thank you for the overlay on Mance and money. You did an excellent job on that. And you also did an excellent job on the other end at Thousand Air. Thank you. I got one question. What's going on with rebuilding Homestead Road?
I've got the answers.
We ever going to get started on that, or are we going to wait till the rainy season?
I believe that, from what I understand, we have started on that and developing drainage control plans. I believe it to be an issue of funding at this time.
Butch, I'm happy to tell you where we're at.
Okay,
So
thank you.
hope to get out to bid very soon.
And stay tuned after this break, this week's court report.